talking. Aliens and the electromagnetic spectrum. After reading this document, there should be no question at all in your mind that there are intelligences that can manipulate or materialize any kind of object into our dimension. Let's take a look for a second at the electromagnetic spectrum. As you know, our visual spectrum only makes up a small portion of the whole. Look at what spectrum are involved with UFOs. Ultraviolet spectrum, blue spectrum, UFO entry fields, cyan spectrum, green spectrum, UFO is visible, yellow spectrum, UFO is in vulnerable status, red spectrum, magenta spectrum, infrared spectrum, UFO is departing, heat spectrum, UFO field, radio spectrum. If you would relate these two cases that you are familiar with as far as appearances, spectrum shift when in flight, it said that you will see the applicability of the above diagram. Well, that is correct. That part is correct. For what I have seen in my research, they manipulate the electromagnetic realm or spectrum. They can be invisible and they're there, but with an optical device that has a wide spectrum detection, it's possible to see them in all those phases. Case in point, the STS-75 again, where the terror incident, the space shuttle, the guy had an extreme ultraviolet camera, and that's how he captured all those thousands of UFO that appear and start going around the theater, which was in reality a device that was measuring not only gravitational field, but the electromagnetic field around Earth. And that really got them very interested in that, in those two satellites tied by the tether, which I am sure they're the ones that broke it off to be able to inspect it, to see how much we knew about that technology, which in reality is where they move around, and they're only visible when they lower the vibrational frequency. So in that regard, David Zurita, physicist, is correct when he talks about how they are able to transfer their ships from one place in the universe to another in 0.0 time. All they do is move through frequencies. That's it. They use the galaxy clock, exactly as he explained it. He theorizes, but in reality, that's exactly what is going on. That man is really intelligent. David Zurita. The documentary that he made, From Here to Andromeda, is just an old documentary, but really, that man, anybody that watches those videos that he made, immediately we know how this man is so good at reasoning. Check it out, it's biological scanner. This is a scanner used by the aliens. Oh, this is an alien artifact used at mutilations. And that's how they create those cavities with such a precision. The scanner is used to fulfill determination of general medical condition of life form by sensing body emanation in emission group of alpha, beta, gamma, Kirlian, theta, and next extreme infrared rays and X-rays, OBS, field magic medicine, advanced diagnosis practice, report for scale calibration and current interpretation of readings. Overall length, my God, is so tiny, 6 centimeters, maximum diameter 3 centimeters, is tiny, my goodness. And that is a complex freaking piece of device. This is used by the symbol, is used by the grays, zeta reticular 2 type 2 grays. The scientists, there's 2 types of grays. The type 2 are scientists. Wow. Rotating scanner, reading dial increase from bottom to top. From bottom to top, life form type, select scale, ground, plane, screen, mesh, screen, select range, different kinds of life form. Consists of 2 parts. Part number 1 is the scanner head, which you use to activate the device by rotating the scanner head, which is enclosed in a microchip mesh sensor network. This will activate the unit. Part number 2 is the main body that interprets signal receiver and converts them into an audio readout, which is programmable by twisting the scanner head to the desired position. Like I said, this document has some really good information in some part, but in others it's vague and it could be a bullshit type thing. I mean, this guy is revealing things that are deep, and I doubt that the government, knowing this, will allow this to be presented freely in the internet. I don't know about that. I mean, it's really entertaining and give you a very much possibility of things, but when it comes to all those races and all these historical deals that they put out about the tunnels and stuff, well, we know about that. I mean, there are things there that it's just impossible to corroborate unless you know somebody that has been directly involved in it. We don't know. This is just, you know, like I say, take it with a pound of salt, not just a grain of salt, but a pound of it. And drink a lot of water because you're going to get thirsty. A regular physician must undergo extensive training before being able to read precise information out of the sound emitted by the scanner, and there is no simple method allowing the layman to do the same. So what this guy is really telling you, that you have to be a real expert and knowledgeable of that technology. And if you're not, you must be a a cyborg that transmits the information to the real deal somewhere up in the craft that is reading through you, the entity that's doing the reading with the device. Spray applicator. Spray applicator es small cylindrical dispenser of epidermal drugs employed by depressing the major axis of the unit between the thumb and forefinger. Although it is capable of dispensing a variety of liquid foams and gel, it is normally pressurized for field use with an organically based flesh color compound that acts as a coagulant to stop the flow of blood, as well as an antibiotic to protect against infections. My local anesthetic deadens pain in the affected area. The applicator contains about 5. So what they do in this shit, the animal is fully alive. Oh my God, this is terrible. Thinking about the men that they sucked out the organ through a quarter-sized hole in the armpit. Oh, that sounds so terrible. The autopsy revealed the guy had a heart attack from the pain. So he was fully aware of when that was being done, probably by a robot. Because I doubt that somebody, unless it's one of these cyborg entities that have no feelings and will do cruel and extreme painful things to another living form without feeling a single thing. Feel ready to use low power scan is not effective to diagnose a patient condition like a species that might possess thick epidermis. It transmits live reading from a sensor head to 4 independent activity lines which indicate through their intensity of period the following: green, heart rate, red, pulse rate, blue, body temperature, yellow, blood pressure. So a crocodile, they couldn't do that with a crocodile. The skin is too thick. Or an elephant. Strong unit by gripping cylindrical base. Converging laser beam for a very precise subcutaneous incision. Skin grafting laser. To use to heal external wounds by closing severed blood vessel and nerve endings while stimulating the victim's anabolism, constructive metabolism, and regeneration of tissue. That might be how they do the implanting in their brain and other places without leaving an orifice or scar or nothing. So it's only with that kind of technology that you can remove those implants, and we don't have it. The military might. They have found so much shit in crashes that even though this guy is describing everything, how to use it and everything, he's just not saying how it's built. I can make up bullshit too. A device that produces a light that can electronically separate the atoms of, the skin, match the skin atoms vibrating at the same frequency and create an opening without creating a cut. It's just expanding the gap in between the atoms